Good day, folks. Welcome to Introduction to Fundamentals of Finance, Finance 311. In this class, we're trying to give you an introduction to the broad field of finance and how it works and key things you need to know. And finance is used in every aspect of business. So you'll be able to use this no matter what field of business you're going into. In this video, we'll do a welcome. I'll give you a little bit about my background. We'll do a review of the syllabus, how organization and use of Canvas, and we'll go through the first assignment, which is due May 27th. I am going to be doing these on a weekly basis, and you should always watch the video because it has important things coming up that help you stay on track. Let me give you a little bit about my background to start. My undergraduate degree is from SUNY Fredonia. My graduate degree is from RIT in Leadership and Innovation. I'm a certified public accountant by trade. Broad base of experiences, I think. I practiced public accounting for a number of years. I spent about 28 years with HSBC Bank and ended up as a senior vice president. I started out doing accounting policy and procedures where I looked at transactions that there was no clear accounting and decided how to account for them. So I looked at a lot of transactions to apply the right accounting theory. And then how do we monitor things to make sure controls are in place? I did internal and external accounting and reporting, problem solving. Spent a couple years in organizational change. How do you change a company? How do we become more focused on the customer and the employees? I then led a business team of a multi-billion-dollar business serving our retail and small business customers in 25 locations, including wealth management. I then left the bank and I became executive director of the Southwich Planning Committee here in Rochester, where I worked on housing rehab, community engagement, working on farmers markets, events to bring the community together. I worked on economic development, bringing in business, helping businesses become successful, and building a network of business people. So I did that, and Geneseo was actually my fourth career. I go back with Geneseo. I started using interns from Geneseo in 1995. I started as an adjunct teaching, and then I became full-time in 2009. So this is actually my 12th year here at the college, and I teach finance and organizational behavior. My approach on all of this has always been applied learning. What can you do with it? What's the impact? How do you do things? I'm advisor to the Student Managed Investment Fund, where we manage about $450,000 of real money. If you're not involved in the fund yet and would like to be or like to know about it, just let me know. For those of you that are involved in the fund, delighted to have you with us. I also have the pleasure of serving as Director of School of Business Interns, where I coach and help you find out what direction you may want to go, help you apply to internships, develop resumes, skills, introductions, just a general coach around careers. So that's a little bit about me. I am also involved in the community around food and food accessibility. It includes the West Side Farmers Market in Rochester, St. Peter's Kitchen, and a lot of it is about food because we really we have food, but we don't always have the best food. It's not always accessible to us, and in healthy eating. So that's a little bit about me. People always ask, how can I be successful in this course? The first thing is there's a difference between online learning compared to online teaching. Online teaching is passive. Online learning is active. Okay? This course has been built to facilitate your learning. You need to engage. Not just watch lectures or read. This is going to take you more that you have to be engaged in the process and that we have set up. Successful students plan and organize their time. We're doing normally what we would do in 15 weeks in 6. Also do it in 4 weeks over intersession. So you actually have 2 more weeks to do it compared to intercession. But plan your time. Everything is out there. I will issue a weekly update, weekly video. When it's issued, I really suggest you listen to it. I'll be telling you what you should be working on in the coming up week, other important information to help you be successful, part of the active learning. Finance is a very broad topic, and what you're going to see in this class are a number of applications of finance, so you'll be able to understand what finance is, different roles within finance, and how it's used in the business process, the decision-making process. In some sense, it's a rules-based approach, but it also has a logic-based component to it. And we're looking at a broader world environment, so the starting point in any finance is what's happened in the past, which are the historical accounting numbers. What is the firm doing to be successful in the future, and what does the future look like if they do succeed? Firms operate in a broad worldly environment. They're not just an isolated entity unto itself. And we're going to spend time in this class understanding what are the key themes that are going on in the world today and will impact you and your future. We're going to look at what's happening in the economy today, what's the impact of policy. So companies look at these for the decision-making process. Finance is the core of that. COVID has accelerated many changes in organizations that were already underway. There's a significantly increased focus on environmental, social, and governance issues, more important forever. And it's based on this concept of stakeholder capitalism, and companies that focus on these have better long-term performance. Let's now take a look at the syllabus for Finance 311, summer of 2021. You can read the course description, but essentially we're going to look at what are the fundamentals of finance. I want to comment on there are certain goals, learning goals, that the School of Business has. One, students will have strong analytical skills, strong quantitative skills, effective communication skills. That includes both written and oral. Our students will have a thorough understanding of various functional areas of business, and our students will have a multidimensional understanding of social responsibility. In this class, successful students will demonstrate the ability to know the roles of different professionals, both internal and external to the firm. What do they do? Understand the broad business issues and how they impact the firm's financial performance, financial management. Understand the importance of cash flow, working capital, in the management of the firm, including free cash flow. These are really important things to know because for a business to be successful, it's all about the cash. You should not be able to understand when you're done with this the components of a firm's financial statements, and then you can analyze the performance of a firm. So that's both research and application based. You'll be able to apply financial ratio analysis, time value of money, understand basic risk, return, and measurement techniques and application, understand financial planning and forecasting, understanding the capital budgeting process, and then utilize Excel to build models and solve problems for the above topics. This is a prereq for many other finance courses, and I know many of you are taking it for that reason so that you can keep on top of all the other courses. I'm assuming that everybody has taken the required courses and that you have a basic understanding of accounting and financial statements. You should also have good Excel skills. I have posted some LinkedIn Learning modules if you need a refresher. The book is optional, and this is how you can. It gives you some good background. How are we going to deliver this course? It's going to be delivered online using Canvas. There will be LinkedIn Learning assignments. And the course is organized based on modules. And we're going to use a 4-step model. One is there will be a lecture on the concept. I'll apply it to a small case study company, and I'll apply it then to a real company, and then you're going to apply it to see if you get it. A one-on-one discussion between you and I, and then understand and interpret the impact of environmental, social, and governance issues on the organization. How are we going to evaluate you and that? Sign us up. First is our first assignment, getting to know you, which we'll talk a moment about. Finance in real-time presentation, 10 points. Participation in real-time, 6. Quizzes, there'll be 3 for 39 points. And an individual application project that you'll work on for the next 6 weeks. That totals 100 points. And letter grades are assigned based on this criteria. Getting to know it, I just said, we'll talk about that in a moment. Understanding finance in real time and participation in real time. Finance is a living, breathing functionality. The world is changing rapidly because of COVID-19, the long-term impact of that, the impact of Black Lives Matter, environmental issues, and other factors that are discussed in the overview lecture. This is going to have a significant impact on the firm's strategy and thus their financial future. To better understand this, we're going to have teams of 2. You pick who you're going to work with, and I'll provide you with an article, and then the team will present their findings in real time. You'll need to consider what the article is saying, what's the impact on the company's strategies, impact on current and financial future results. So that's going to be 10 points of your grade. You each need to participate in 4 real-time discussions with current issues presentation. So you need to join in, and I don't think anybody in this group has been part of this, but when you have a presentation, you don't just get up and talk and everybody claps and sit down. It's a dialogue. We're going to go deeper. We're going to explore it. What does it mean? So you'll learn more about that, but you need to participate in 4 of them in real time. Quizzes will be online in Canvas. On the designated day, students are going to have from 12:01 a.m. to 11:59 p.m. to complete the quiz. They're going to be applied, multiple choice, true, false, fill in the blanks, and problems. It's not something you can measure, that you can memorize stuff. Memorizing isn't going to help you. Understanding the material, where it is, what the tools are, and how you use them is important. Each student will complete 3 analyses of a selected public company to demonstrate your ability to apply the concepts being taught in the course. There'll be detailed instructions for each section. Late submissions will not be accepted. If you have a problem with anything with the timing or anything else going on, please let me know. Don't wait till it's too late. Here are the key dates. First day of class, May 24th. Getting to know each other, complete by May 27th. All individuals must identify a partner and submit no later than May 29th. Quiz 1, be on June 1st. Application Project 1, June 4th. Application Project 2, June 15th. Quiz 2, June 17th. Application Project 3, June 30th. The final quiz on July 1. And we need to get all the current event presentations done by June 30th. What we're going to look at is its modules, introduction, where we'll take a look at these mega themes, economic conditions, impact of policy. What are some of the key concepts of finance? What's the purpose of the firm, organizational structures, and what's the role of management? How does a firm manage their financial affairs? How does a company make money? Environmental, social, and governance issues. What are they and how they impact finance? Then we're going to take a look at cash flow analysis. Then we're going to look at capital. We're going to look at planning. We're going to look at risk and management. We're going to take a look at interest rates, risk, reward, which is what we call fixed income. And then equities. So in this time of crisis, we may need to adapt the context to reflect changing approaches to business. Things have changed. We're going to take a look at that. Here are some resources that are available too. I don't need to go through them, but please take a look at them. Now, let's just take a quick look at Canvas and the first. Let's take a look at Canvas. Everything is out there. Everything you need to do is out there. All the lectures are out there. When I look at videos, I do my very best to keep them under 20 minutes because that's a good attention span for us as adults. Anybody, in my opinion, who can talk on for an hour and a half should be forced to listen to their own lecture for an hour and a half. But that's just me. So what we have, this is what it looks like. The only tabs you have is Home, Grades, and Zoom. Nothing more you need. This piece here is the welcome and introduction, which you are watching right now. We're going to move right into this, getting to know you. So what you're going to do is click on this, and I think we're in a virtual environment, but we still can engage as individuals in many ways. And in this period of crisis, and we're still here, it's not all better. We need to engage more than ever. So what I need you to do is I want to get to know you, and I want you to introduce yourself and to the class. Okay? So what you're going to do is you're going to come here, you're going to click, and what you're going to find is a couple things. One is you are going to record a response, okay? And the purpose of this is to better know each other. Some of you guys I know fairly well, others I don't know, have a clue who you are. But I'd like to get to know you a little bit so that I can help you learn. So start with the basics. Where do you go to school? As some of you are not from Geneseo. What are you studying? Where will you be taking this course from? What else are you going to be doing this summer? Why are you taking this in summer? One fact about you that will help me remember you. So you're going to create a video by clicking right here where it says record a response. And it's pretty clean. You can do it here or here, it doesn't matter. And after you create your own, respond to 5 others. You do that by clicking here, and I'm just going to stop that right there. And you would then comment on that. So if you have any questions on that, do let me know. So that's the first assignment. It's due May 27th. So then we're going to go back here, and you can collapse that, okay? These are things you should know. If you feel you need a review on accounting, Excel, formatting, all important things, please watch these videos in LinkedIn Learning. In the first week, we're going to introduce you to the concept of firms, purpose of the firm, how do they manage the money, how does a firm make money, environmental and social governance. This is really week 1 and 2 because there's a lot that is here. When we're up in the welcome stage, you're going to see this section here on megatrends and current situation. When we look at this is what is going on in the world today. What are the themes? What are the long-term trends? Important to know the trends so that you can evaluate them and know where they go. What's the economic conditions today, and what's the policy impact? So, and then the slides are actually here. So if you have any questions on this, do let me know. You're going to find if you dig your way down, work your way down, all the modules are there. All the assignments, quizzes, you'll see that they are there. We're going to look at application project 1. There's the instructions, application 2, where you post them, and so on and so forth. So everything is here. So please feel free to use it. If you have any questions, please let me know.